All right, guys. So this page probably looks a little bit familiar to you if you got into that my lead gen system, or I think it's called Secret My Lead Gen. I just call it MLGS. Let's just leave it at that. It's a whole lot easier because I'll get tongue-tied if I try the other. So if you joined MLS or MLGS, that's cool. If you didn't, that's fine too. But what I'm going to do is give you basically about a 50,000 foot view of how I use my lead gen system. And this way it gives you some idea maybe how you can generate some other income if you're not into whatever it is I've got that I'm going to show you. Okay, so that being said, let's not get crazy with this. Let's just move on over. Now what I do is I use ClickBank. And I'll put a link down below if you want it, or you can just go to clickbank.com and hit the start here. I'll close that. You can start here and just go through the questions that they have. Like I just put, let me read these. I got to put on some glasses, from the other video. You probably know that, so I can read. I'm just going to put that one. And then, yeah, it sounds good. Cool. Now, have I done it? I'm just getting started. I want to earn extra income. Yes, I'm going to have a traffic source. And how did I do it? Then you'd put in like my name, hopefully. P-A-U-L-E-M-E. Oh. There you go. And that's pronounced as GOM. For what that's worth. I go by Paul all the time. Last question. What email? Now here's where you can put in different emails if you want different accounts. All it's going to do is finally take you to where you will submit it, and they'll set you up with an email. And the email will be tied to that email address that you have, and they'll give you the link in the email that they send you, and you'll end up over here in a login. So that being said, let's pop into the login part. I click this, password shows up, I hit the login, and boom, you come to this page. I don't deal with this page a whole lot. I just come over here to the side and go straight into the marketplace, which the marketplace is where I want to be and where you want to be. Now, those leads that I showed you before that you're getting at 100 a day, this is where they're going to come in handy. Remember, I might have told you back then. If not, you can re-look or look at the front of this one. These people that you're getting these leads from are looking to have some kind of business or make some kind of income online. So I don't mess with any of these right here, simply because I've tried a few and very few work, and I'll explain a little bit more as we get into it. But the one I go to is e-business marketing. Now, what I usually do is I'll put up like maybe 22 a page, and then I rank it by gravity, because I want to know what the gravity is of a particular account. Now, I'll explain that. First of all, let me go back just a little bit. When I was telling you that I didn't have a whole lot of luck with a lot of the other particular headings in that group, was because their gravity is not very high. E-marketing's got a lot higher gravity. For example, this is the gravity that I'm talking about. So that's 231. This is 119, 95. And what that gravity means is that 231 people sold this particular product in the last 2 weeks. This one's 119. Now, granted, it's got the 0.50 or the 0.06. Where that comes into play is on the reoccurring, or what they call rebilling, where they'll sell more. And rebilling is what you want to have. You're going to have the initial, and then you're going to have the rebilling. And all I do when I get ready to do this is I just copy all this and put it onto a page so I have it so I can reference it back and forth. Okay, so that being said, I jump into this affiliate marketing, and I always open it up in a new tab so I can look at it. So we'll jump over here, and this is their affiliate program that they have. And the reason I like this particular thing is they have email swipes already for you. Now they're set up as 10, right? So you just basically open this up, and here's your email. I don't worry about any of this down here. I only worry about that right there, and this right here, and this right here. Because that's what you're going to use when you slip over to your members where you logged into LeadGen, right? So let's log in there, and then let's go to the mailing system. Like I told you before, you pop these over, and then you come down here and you're going to put in a subject line. Now back over here, there's your subject line, and they use name here to kind of basically signal you to put a name in that subject, and that right there is where you get the name for the code. That code, you place that up there, and as it does a search going through all of the emails that you're going to send out, it pulls out the first name of that particular person. So it'll start off with, hey Jimmy, or hey Bob, or let's see what this one says. This would be like, YouTuber wants to hire you, Bob, or Jim, or Debbie, or Sally, whatever. And it does help to keep their names in your letter, because I'll change this and say something like, you know, so Bob or Sally, this guy's going to pay you $950 a week if you'll work for him. And then I go down here and I start going into some of the things that he's going to do. And that's pretty much all I do from there. And that's put in, remember I said down here? Now, click the perfect timing, because that's something that you want to have. And then let's go back to the letter and let's find it. Okay, see how this says, just hit this. Let me copy that, make it easier so I can show it to you. Let's jump over here to the mailing system, and let's say I just put it in right there. Paste. Okay, so this says just hit the blue line and confirm your application. Well, I don't really want that to be like that, so I just say take off just and just put hit this link to confirm your application. Then I highlight that, and then over here it's going to ask for the link, right? So let's go back over to the marketplace. How do I get the link, right? So let's say we're going to promote this. So you want to hit the promote. That'll quickly pop up. That's your account that you logged in with. That's what I use, MLGS, so I know exactly when this comes into me where it's coming from. And I generate a hop link. All I have to do is hit this and it copies it. And I close it. I can go back over to the mailing system, hit the link button, put that in there, paste it, okay, boom. There it is. Now I like to make it a little bit bolder. Sometimes I use the red. This time I'll just highlight the blue, maybe make it a little bigger. Nope, guess not. That's what it is. But it pops out enough that they'll hit it. So now remember I said about, let's preview it. Let's check it out. So this is the preview of it. I hit this link and boom, it comes right over to what I wanted, which was that link before, right? It took you to that page when you promoted it from over here. Sorry, takes a while to get around to some of those. I've got them all open. Anyway, when we hit promote, that was the link that went into this particular account. So once you've finished with that, you'll hit the send email, and then you can check your status, find out where you're at on it. And in general, usually you're going to get a sale when these particular numbers add up to about anywhere from 400 to 800 or 900. Yeah, that's a lot. But keep in mind, you're building a lot of, this is growing as you go. So it's going to grow bigger and bigger as you're going down. And think I told you at the beginning, this is not a get rich quick kind of thing. This is a way to build yourself a listing and generate passive income. Now, when I say that, ClickBank is what they call a low ticket item, but you can build up to, well, I don't want to put a ceiling on it, but you could easily build that up to $2,000 to $4,000 in 6, 12, 18 months. Granted, you're going to be paying, $1 a day for some of those, but you'll be making money as it's coming in. So now let's say if you're 6 months into this and you're making an extra $2,000, $3,000, somewhere in there. I mean, that's intense. I mean, you're only spending about 30 minutes on this, tops. You're going to pop through it real fast. And for that 30 minutes a day, you're going to make $3,000 in a month. That's a car payment, maybe even a house payment, maybe a couple of cars and a house payment, depending where you're at. So, as you can see, it gives you a rough idea. I didn't want to get too crazy with it because I have another one that I'm going to go into deeper with, the series that I have, and it'll explain it a lot more, where you can look over my shoulder, see what I do, where I go, and how I do it. Okay? If you like this information, I'd appreciate it. Jump up there and maybe hit a like for me and subscribe, because I'm going to have more and more different kinds of videos that are going to show you step by step how to do this. Okay? And if I seem to ignore you in this, it's because I'm reading the screen and I don't really want to read the screen. I just soon talk to you, right? And once you join, I'm going to be notified anyway, and I'll probably get a hold of you somehow so we can talk and make sure that as you go through this, you're not having any issues. Have an amazing day. Later.